Today I'll be showing you the process of reconciliation within your People Planner environment. And reconciliation is essentially just the confirmation process of confirming which visits went ahead on which date and at which time. This data will then later be used to generate your invoice and payroll. To access our reconciliation area, firstly we need to come to our Finance tab at the top. Once within Finance, we're going to come to Visit and Reconciliation. This view within Reconciliation is defaulted to show by employee. However, the drop-down box gives you the option to filter by service user if you desire. It will also default to showing unreconciled data. That can also be changed to view either the reconciled or all. For the example today, I'm going to leave this as unreconciled. Working our way along to Taylor in our list of employees available, you can see that the planned visits that were supposed to go ahead were totaling 9, and that was supposed to be 7 hours of care being delivered. However, moving over to our actual, we can see that it's now highlighting in red as this is differing from our planned. So what actually went ahead were 8 visits, and the duration of these is actually less than our planned. Working our way along, we can see the rec visits is actually highlighting as 1, meaning that 1 of these 9 visits has already been reconciled, and the duration of this reconciled visit is 30 minutes. Working our way along to the column here on the right hand side, we have our rec status, and that is just essentially warning us that there are unreconciled calls within this field. Drilling into Taylor's record, by using the arrow to the left of their name, we are able to see a more detailed view of what calls they delivered for this period of time. You may notice that there is one line that's completely greyed out, and this is essentially just referring to a cancelled call. So you won't be able to reconcile the cancelled call because it never went ahead. And I previously advised that there was actually one of these calls that had already been reconciled, and this is highlighted here at the top within our rec status as a yellow tick, and this is because it's been a manual reconciled visit. However, for those of you that have Mobizio, these will populate with green ticks as it will be an automatic process and automatically reconciling this data. However, for those without Mobizio, it will populate with a yellow tick, and that is essentially just telling us that we've manually reconciled and confirmed that that visit took place at that time. If I were to change the actual start time and end time to differ from our start and end time that was planned for, and save at the bottom right hand side of the page, we'll see that it's now got an orange box around this field, and the text to the right of this is now highlighted in red, and this is to essentially warning you that the actual visit that went ahead is less than what we had planned for. To reconcile one of these visits, all we need to do is tick the box to the corresponding line we wish to reconcile, come to our green Smartie here at the bottom of the page, come to Reconcile, and reconcile. Doing this will change the red triangle to our yellow tick to notify us that we have successfully reconciled this data. If we're happy with all the visits on this page went ahead at these times, we can use our multiple tick option here at the top to reconcile all of these visits in one go. Now you can see that they've all been populated with a yellow tick, and that's just confirming that we've reconciled each of these visits. We have our status column to the left of this, which has currently got green ticks and some yellow triangles. The status column is essentially just referring to what status they were within our planning or scheduling screen. So for calls that were successfully allocated without warning would have been green within your planning screen. This is being mirrored here with our green ticks. For shifts that were successfully allocated, however there was a warning message against it, those shifts in the planning screen are yellow, and this is why we have a yellow warning triangle here within the status. Moving back out of Taylor's record, we'll see that she's now left the list of employee with unreconciled data, as all of her shifts have now been reconciled. You can still reconcile within this area without drilling into an individual's record and seeing what shifts that they actually carried out. You can do the reconciliation process on this screen. And it's the same as before, ticking the box to the appropriate field we wish to reconcile, coming to our green Smarty at the bottom of the page, reconcile and reconcile. You can now see that Alan's name has left the list, and that's because all of his calls have now been reconciled. This is how to reconcile within your People Planner environment. I hope this video has been useful. Thank you for watching.